How you doing, guys? It's Danny K, right back in with a video. Let's go. Today I want to talk about two things. Take advantage of your company's opportunities or the company's incentives that do have. And if you're a truck driver, definitely do that. But if you're any other person, take advantage of what the company has to offer. A company offers they'll pay for your schooling, take it. I always say this: if a company, any company, is going to offer you something that you could take with you, it doesn't matter if the company fires you or you just go to another company, you still keep it. I think you should have it. That's one reason why I got my CDL, to be honest. Well, two reasons. The driver told me he was making $200,000 a year. But second reason, I looked, I'm like, okay, the job I'm working at, the road is not bad, but God forbid, let's say I get fired or I let go, the hours is cut, or there is something's happening, we're gonna go on strike. I'm like, I need to have a skill set or something I could have in my pocket just in case anything happens. I don't want to be that person who's like, okay, nothing could happen, because this is life. Things happen in life. So take advantage of your companies. Take advantage. And I mean, they're taking advantage of you, you're taking advantage of them. Let it be a mutual exchange. However, your company's offering you all these things that you could take. I recommend that you should take it. For example, my company that I'm working at right now is offering 401k match. And I was talking to one of my friends who works in the same company. I'm like, you should do the match. He's like, nah, I don't need that. That's too slow. That's slow money, which is understandable. It is slow money. But I'm like, yo, you're leaving $50 to $100 on the table. You're leaving 100, sometimes even more. You're leaving 50 to 100, hundreds of dollars on a table. $2,500 to up to $8,000 a year that you're just leaving on the table that they will give you, that you could invest, that they'll just give you. Here's this money. You say no. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. And you say no to that? I'm like, take advantage of that. You're gonna be in this job most likely for the next year or two before you get something local. Might as well take advantage of that. The company is taking advantage of you, using you. Use a company. Let it be mutual. While you out here, use the company too. And same thing with other companies. If you work for a company that offering to pay for your schooling, take advantage of that. Use it. Don't be like, oh no, I don't need it. No, use it. If you work for a company that either give you certifications or how to learn a new skill, trade, take advantage of that and use it to your benefit. Don't be, no, I don't need that. Use it. That's what I recommend for anybody. If I had to tell anybody, and that's what I could say through when I started really getting into my working career, I try my best to always learn something. I got my Google certifications. I always try my best to learn something. And you should never stop that learning progress, because you never know. Life changes. A lot of the time when I hear these old heads say, oh, trucking ain't what it used to be. Oh yeah, of course trucking is not what it used to be. Things change. Market change. Situations change. So of course things not going to be what they used to be. So you just had to adapt to that change. It's not about who's the strongest, who's the biggest, who's this and that. That's survival. It's the person who's willing to adapt. The person who's willing to move around and learn as they get. That's why human beings, our strongest weapon is not really our hands, it's not really our feet, it's what's in our head. So learn, gain the skill, gain some knowledge, gain some information. Okay? So if you're a driver, if you're anybody, if you're a person who's not even in trucking and you just listen to this video, look at what your company has to offer. Look what incentives that they have to give to you and take advantage of that. Take advantage, even if it's free therapy, or not free, but even if it's therapy, take advantage of that. Don't sit down and think you're good. Don't sit down and think, oh, it's nothing. Use it, because they're using you. You spend your time, your energy, you're giving it to this company. Have some reciprocation. Get some money back in the back end, okay? Second thing I want to talk about is learn and use ChatGPT. Truck drivers should learn and use ChatGPT. Anybody, to be honest with you, ChatGPT. I should have used it sooner. I never used it, which I'm like, oh my goodness, this is a game changer. It's like an assistance in your pocket. So you should, on top of taking advantage of what your company has to offer, take advantage of using ChatGPT and resources, online resources. YouTube. Try your best to learn. Don't consume bad knowledge while you're on the road. Don't consume a lot of negativity on your road, because what you consume will eventually come out. If you always consume negativity, what you end up going to talk about is negativity, and you don't want that. Especially on the road, you don't want to have a negative mind. You're just over here thinking negatively, talking negatively, moving negatively. That is not good for your psyche. That's not good for other people. Other people are not going to want to be around you while you move and think that way. It's not, in my opinion, it's not cool. And I think you should just know how to adapt, learn how to move. And the mountains with know how to move, okay? So use ChatGPT. It transforms everything. You know, you could ask them about, you know, you might have an idea, but you don't know how to express it. You don't know how to formulate it. You might need some more ideas to formulate it. ChatGPT going to have you covered. It's helping me with my YouTube channel. Thumbnails, what the right title's supposed to be. What ChatGPT is an amazing resource. And especially as a driver, you need to use as many resources as you can to your disposal. Since you're not an average person, you don't have the person who could go home, if you on the road, then you have to deal with the stress on the road, then you have to do this, then you gotta hustle, then you gotta do this, then you gotta learn. Use ChatGPT. Use other resources that's gonna help you and benefit your personal growth. Personal and career growth. You know, there's some people who are truck drivers now who say, okay, no, I don't want to be a truck driver no more, I want to move. Okay, ChatGPT will help you do that. ChatGPT will go, okay, let's do this, let's do that, let's do this, let's go ahead and do that. I think this will be a good plan for you. And I think it helps, my opinion. Especially in a world where it's hard. Let's be real. Like, you know, especially, I say me. If I make a YouTube channel or YouTube video, I got to make a YouTube video, got to do this, got to do that, got to do this. And let's say if I'm working, sometimes I work 14-hour days. Sometimes it's a long day for me. I don't have time for that. I'm drained. I am drained. I don't have the mental fortitude. I'm drained. ChatGPT helped me a lot. It's a perfect assistance. Perfect assistance. So these are all for my drivers or anybody. In my fact, if you're not a person using ChatGPT, you're making a mistake. You're making a sincere mistake, and you're leaving things on the table. In my opinion, you're leaving money on the table. You're leaving ideas on the table. You're leaving perspective on the table. Because sometimes you might put something in the prompt. It might give you an angle on something you haven't ever seen. It's like talking to someone. Sometimes it's good to talk to people, not to anybody, but talk to people who are about something, because you can learn something from them. You can learn something from them. So if you take ChatGPT, learn, use it to what you want to do. For me, I'm using it for YouTube, using it for even financial. I'm like, okay, this is my financial goals. Boom, 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 pow. And it creates the spreadsheets and everything for me. It's like, okay, by end of 2026, you should be this free. By 2027, you should have this. By 2028, you should have this amount. You should do this, you should do that. Oh, this is a perfect title that you can do for your video. I can make a thumbnail for you to have improvement. Personal development. Take advantage of everything. Take advantage of all your resources, because this world will take advantage of you. Just remember that. Now, ideally, you want it to be mutual. Ideally, you want it to be mutual. But just remember this: if you don't take advantage, if you don't snatch the winning. I forgot what I was about to say. But if you don't snatch victory out the jaws of defeat, if you don't snatch victory, this will leave you by all this technology will leave you behind. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some certain careers and certain vehicles that, okay, yeah, you're good. But in my opinion, you want to have the all stacked to your favor. Having technology too is having it stacked to your favor. Taking advantage of the companies on what they want you to do, or career growth or certifications that they're willing to give you, is to your advantage. Now, it's to the company's advantage, because now they have somebody who's more invested into the company and more invested into themselves. And they might need that skill, but it benefits you in return, because if the company fires you, you still have this skill in your back pocket. You still have these certificates and degrees. The paperwork, nobody can take the paperwork away from you. My Jag, I have an old 1999 Jaguar XJ8, XJ8. I have the paperwork paid off. It's mine, okay? So you just want to have the paperwork. If you graduate college, you have the paperwork. Have the paperwork. Take advantage of companies. Take advantage of ChatGPT. Keep learning. Keep growing. Danny K out.